Bodies are lying in the battlefield of the Amico PR campaign. Some channels are closing. Some people don't want to make content until there's something to talk about. Well, I say there's plenty to talk about. How about an event tomorrow? Let's talk about it. Oh yeah!
Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. That's right, the video game show that is not hosted by an annoying e-beggar. There is no Patreon, no super chats. That's right, we just talk about the games we love and how fun it is to hoard them. Collect them. Now, with that said, let's get ready for the show. On today's episode, this show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Let's start another countdown. Why not? Until it comes out or it doesn't come out. What do we do? But this notion that people have this narrative, there isn't anything to talk about. There's plenty to talk about. Let me read you their Twitter straight from Intellivision Entertainment. If you're in the Southern California area, which I'm not anymore, unfortunately, we hope that you can come and check us out tomorrow to play Amico. Ooh, interesting. We'll be showing off the Amico to the general public at Boomers Irvine. The Boomers. This Saturday, September 11th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Hope to see you there. Well, if you guys are there, tag me on Twitter. I want to see what's going on. Hopefully we got some new gameplay. I want to see some flying tigers. I can't wait till I play it, guys, because I don't criticize the gameplay because I haven't played it. There's people that played it now, so I would really love, to tell you the truth, to touch that wheel and see how shooters play on that. That's my cup of tea, right? If you're new to the channel and you're wondering, why is this guy talking about the Amico? Does he like it? Does he not like it? Let me give you my position on the Amico. I think it's as a collector, as a video game collector, I think this is going to be a very collectible console, right? As a game hoarder, I want all the physical media, right? Does that mean that I think it's going to sell 25 million consoles? Absolutely not. I think this would have been an interesting idea to come out prior to the pandemic, especially with more adult content, but they waited too long. I think they missed a window of opportunity.
I tell you, beer pong during the pandemic, that was a missed opportunity.
Now, with that said, there's plenty of opportunities here for them. They might get a hold in the market, they may not. But so far, the PR campaign has been disastrous, right? Even though they're thinking that they haven't, presented themselves to the public, I strongly disagree, simply because the market has changed. They think that because they haven't advertised in major magazines and, put out commercials, stuff like that, well, that's the way we used to do it before. But now everything's on Google, everything's on the internet. And if you start doing research on the Amico now, you're going to watch some interesting videos that have nothing to do with the console selling a lot of units. Let's just say that. Now, what else has happened, right? There's people canceling their channels or something like that. I've heard, at least from Retro Joe, it looks like he's gonna, or Retro Bro, I'm sorry. Retro Bro, it looks like he's gonna move his content somewhere else. I don't know. That's too bad. I think everybody should have a voice, whether you're pro or against this thing. You should be able to make your points. You can make them here, of course, unless YouTube blocks them. I don't block them. I'll try to answer you when I can, guys. I work a lot during the week, so I usually just answer questions on weekends, or when I can at work, when I have some free time. But between trading and work, it's a little hectic for me. But I do enjoy doing this, and now that football season started, and I'm going to do all my gambling. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are getting too many points. Anyway, it's going to be a little bit tougher, but I'll try to grind through it here. Now, guys, for those console ninjas out there that have been counting my content and trying to hover above me, see what I do or don't do wrong, let me tell you this: you don't want me counting, right? If I start counting, the number of investors you have might be reduced, right? You want more investors so you can recoup your initial investment. If you guys want to hear just what you want to hear in your world and zero criticism, just go to Atari Age. You guys can ball wash each other over there and pretend that this thing's going to sell 25 million, right? But if you just want interaction with other people that don't have your same opinion, you know, you can come here and leave a comment. I'm not going to block you, right? But please, please cut the shit, right? Because you don't want me to start asking questions like, hey, what video game company got a PPP loan? You don't want me doing those kind of things. Or where people worked before, or, you know, stuff like that, right? Let's keep it civil. You don't want the bull, you're going to get the horns. All right, now that you're pissing your pants, be nice. All right, guys, so what else can we talk about here? Well, Mr. Brett Weiss, who I used to be subscribed to before he started his Patreon thing, and, you know, I just didn't like the way he was pushy with the Patreon. That's why I unsubscribed. As you guys know, I'm not into what I call e-begging. We can disagree about that, that's fine, but I'm not giving a guy that sits in front of a camera you know, money so he can make more videos sitting in front of a camera. I mean, you don't need money to do this. I mean, we're just sitting here talking shit, you know. Giving our opinions. You can do that for free. You know, the rest of the week I work, as everybody else should. I don't, you know, chastise anybody for wanting to sell T-shirts or, you know, whatever they do. Right? But the whole Patreon thing, unless you're offering a service, I'm not into that, you know, Patreon welfare program. Okay, that's just the way I feel about it. If you feel different, go ahead and leave it in the comments or don't watch me. You know, we can agree to disagree on that one, right? But something was said there that was just not objective, guys. When I talk about something, I like to be objective, and if I'm not going to be objective, I say it up front. Like, for example, if you're going to hear me talk about the TurboGrafx 16, I'm not going to be objective. I love that machine. I'm a game hoarder, right? If I'm going to talk about Shin Megami Tensei, not objective, right? I hoard those games. I mean, not objective, right? But I think that when you lose objectivity because somebody's your friend or because you feel a prior relationship, it's really hard because then you become identified with that person, right? He said that some people might be upset by getting a free game. Yes, that's like, you know, some people are allergic to air or the sun. That's how rare that is. There is no collector, no game hoarder, no supporter of the system that would be upset by free game. We were upset by what we got. Not one of those people would have said, you know what? I don't want a free game. What I really want, is some music that I can download off a torrent or stream or something like that, and you can blow smoke up my ass that it's worth $200. Nobody wanted that, right? Nobody asked for that. Any game hoarder, any game collector would say, yeah, I'll take the free game. As a matter of fact, there should be a physical pack-in game. Let me say this, with the console, for everybody that pre-ordered and stuck around. That should have been the gift. But let's say we take his argument at face value and say the company's so tight with money right now because they get to pay, you know, the six-figure salaries of guys that have not performed their work in 34 months, whatever it is now, that have not lived to the company's expectations or to the customer's expectations, right? But we still got to pay them because who knows why. Maybe they need a Patreon. But there's other things you can do. For example, let's say you told the 6,000, right, current pre-order holders or whatever you want to call them, say, you know what, we missed our target, but what we're going to do is we're going to give you first crack at the physical games. I think everybody would be happy to say, okay, you know what, not only that, you can charge them more money. Okay, you know, you can pay for those up front. Give us another 100. Okay, you know, another deposit, or, you know, whatever, 50% deposit, whatever you want, we'll give you the deposit. I think every member of my community would have said, no problem, we're in, we got you, right? Anybody that wanted to see this thing come out would have jumped at that. This music crap, nah. And like I tell you, it's just bad marketing, right? That's what is at the center of this company's problems. But anyway, that's that, and I found that just ridiculous. After that, I couldn't listen to anything more. But then something else was said. Somebody said, "Oh, I'm glad I got it because," or somebody commented on some other channel. But even if I saw this, I wouldn't repeat it because it sounds so freaking ludicrous. I had it in my shopping cart already. I was going to get it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. Nobody believes that. Absolutely nobody believes that, right? I think that's one of the problems with some of the people that have backed this console, that there's no critical thinking at some points, and maybe because there's a relationship there. With Tommy, you say things that nobody would ever say in the real world. Nobody in the real world would ever say these two statements, number one. And if you're repeating them, you're only repeating them for the benefit of the company. You know, and if you get criticism for that, I think it's, you know, pretty fair. Pretty fair. Now, let's get to this, guys. You know, there's something that's always bothered me about this console, and it's not any of the other stuff that most people talk about. It's actually the design, right? You could have gone with a different design. This design is straight out of the 70s. You know, if they would have made this design like in 1977, and they were saying, okay, this is what a console is going to look like in the future, yes, I would have believed you, right? Because this console is the equivalent of bell-bottom pants, right? This design, right? Regardless of the games, but whatever, it's still going to be collectible, right? But here's a misstep. Ever since I've seen this design right here, it's just been stuck on my mind, because that would be the perfect design to market at a higher cost to game collectors like me, right? Now, am I saying I want to pay more money? No. But what I am saying is, if you were better at marketing, you could have said, look, you can get, this is the premium, this is the big board, this one comes with 8 physical games, and you get this, that, and the other, and this one's going to be, you know, whatever is going to be more. You could have sold that. You could have had the whole backing of the whole Man Cringe community right away on that one, and they would have paid you up front. So look how many people paid for the Poly Mega up front to get it, right? So there's missed opportunities here, and that's what you see on this company. That's where it makes you think, what is the goal? Is it fundraising, or is it selling consoles, right? At this point, I think we could all see it's fundraising, because if they don't fundraise this time, I don't think it's coming out, to tell you the truth. But what do I know? I'm just some guy on the internet, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. These are just my opinions. You guys can put yours down here, but tell me one thing. Which one looks better? This one or this one? Come on. It's that one, man. That is just a beauty of a console right there. If you love the Intellivision, you would have picked that one. Don't lie. Hey guys, I'll see you next week on another countdown of the Amico. Hopefully we'll have some gameplay. I might make a video if I see some gameplay. If I see something new, I'll come back out here, man. There's plenty to talk about. Don't let anybody tell you there isn't anything to talk about the Amico. I will catch you on the next one. Take care.
New videos every Monday and Sunday. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click that notification bell, and remember, never ever be afraid to be happy. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.